My preferred social media would be Instagram. I just find it the simplest. There's basically just pictures, so I get to follow artists I like and just see gorgeous paintings, and it minimizes drama and everything else. I also just see the most natural growth there in regards to my own stuff, because the Facebook algorithms completely don't work for me, whatever they are. For example, my stuff will get 5 likes there. On Instagram I can get as many as 5,000. But again, here's me chasing the numbers. I also do of course run a YouTube, which I just make videos at my own leisurely pace for. I don't have a set schedule or upload routine. I just make something when I have something worthwhile to say. And of course, because of that too, a lot of my content does get buried because YouTube likes you to post very frequently. Facebook, they rather you focus on quantity over quality. And anyone that edits videos knows that you have to really do something good, nice, quality of worthwhile. It takes time.
For now, I like to use mobile Twitter and Instagram. Both are practical and have minimalistic layout. ArtStation is also good for portfolio.
I use 5. First, Facebook. Facebook is mostly for personal stuff, family related. Calls of Messenger also, easier to contact me through there. Instagram, I think that's where I'm the most visible at, but it's mostly just a place for me to dump my stuff because of the layout. Third, Twitter. I stick around that place because it's easier to find the community you're trying to look for on that site. I play a lot of FF14, so I get in touch with a lot of people from there. Next is ArtStation, which is my main portfolio site and where most of my professional job offers come from. So I think that's also considered a social media account. And lastly, I have a private blog where I just post most of my stuff. No one knows about it. And it's more like a place for me to dump stuff. If I feel the need to post something, I'll put it up there and not put it on my regular social media accounts.
That's got to be ArtStation. It's the place that seems to do the best job of promoting artwork that is technically very impressive and allows artists that haven't been building up a following for years and years to grow on the merits of their art alone.
I don't think we actually read out the question before playing the video, but
Yes.
the question was, what is your preferred social media platform and why? And I think you guys might have been able to deduce that just from the answers that the artists on the panel were giving. And yeah, I think it seems to be the consensus that ArtStation would be the best social media platform for professional
And
use.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yes. And I do think
for me-
it is because it's so linear and it's just less BS than all of the other social media platforms. Whereas let's just say you're on Facebook, you've just finished posting the artwork that you finished and you just scroll down the news feed a bit and you just see memes after cat videos, after cooking recipes. And before you know it, you're just sucked down this spiral of distraction.
Yeah, I think Facebook is just too cluttered. We keep getting bombarded with information that we don't need, and there's also a lot of political views and political debates and dramas on Facebook.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, which I personally use the most, I just mostly see positive comments over there. I haven't really seen any dramas. And yeah, like you said, it's and like everyone said, it's easiest, fastest to use with the simple user interface. My only wish is to bring back the most recent sorting because their algorithm is kind of wonky. Like I'm seeing posts from days ago.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and like Tyler said as well, the algorithm on Facebook is pretty whack in my opinion. I just don't seem to get as much traffic over there. And I think it's because of the fact that you get so many other things just burying your artwork. And unless people are exclusively following artists, it would be really difficult to just get straight to the source of it. Whereas with ArtStation, they, like Thomas said, the best are promoted, and you can say that they curate the artwork to make sure that the cream of the crop rises to the top. And I do find it interesting though that Rika and Josh both use Twitter, because I personally don't like it. I really don't. How many of you guys in the chat here use Twitter? Because I've never really found the need to. And apparently, yeah, like from Josh said, it's good to find communities, or I suppose maybe other fandoms, since he did touch upon, I think Rika touched upon that a while back. And I can see why. But yeah, you guys will have to do, have a really solid case for me to change my mind about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've used Twitter for about a year or so, 6 years ago. But I kind of stopped because I don't really see any point on just going on Twitter. Just feels like it's so full of text instead of images. So I'm not sure. Maybe that's why it's easier to find community, because people keep sharing their opinions and there's not a lot of images. But I might be wrong. Errol says Twitter is awesome for art sharing and actually talking to other artists. And then F. Sanapa says he found out that Paul Canavan, I'm assuming Scott Paul Canavan, uses mostly Twitter and not actually using Instagram much. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've heard people saying that Twitter is good for job opportunities, but I've heard that more from like someone that does like commissions for D&D characters. So maybe it is more geared towards a certain kind of audience, and maybe type of people that would commission you for something.
Oh, so Rika added on the chat. She says, personally, it's easy to get in touch with people and artists on Twitter, and she likes it because it's really casual. And
I see.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So that goes back, I think, to what I was going to say about social media, is that it depends on your purpose for it. For me, I really do see a lot of my social media more for professional purposes, or to just keep in touch with family and friends. But that's pretty much it. I don't really like to involve myself in fandoms too much, or even, I suppose, really browse for too many other resources or pages for entertainment. And I know that I have an addictive personality too. So the more casual that it is, the more dangerous it is for me, I think.
And hey, if you guys want to share your social media links on the chat, it's cool. You can do that.
Yeah. But let's read out some of the comments in the chat, since everyone has been pitching in their thoughts. So, there's quite a bit right now, actually. So let's actually read some of the non-questions for now, so that we can leave the proper answering to near the end of the question, near the end of this segment. Nomadic Coyote says, I think ArtStation is loved by concept artists and illustrators because it has a bias towards it, and there is nothing wrong with that. But in other fields like children's book publishing, editorial illustration, people often reach for other places.
Hey, that would be good to know if you can post what these other places are, to open up more opportunities for the people in the chat.
That's a good point, actually. Because let's just say if you're a casual user and you are into a lot of fandoms, maybe Twitter would be good because you have fellow casual users, and there are some artists that are posting about that certain fandom. So I think that's where you would find more people that would commission you.
That's true. I think with
Whereas
ArtStation,
on ArtStation, it's just the bigger companies.
It feels like there's a certain connotation with ArtStation, where everything is like personal, and not personal, but professional work. Everything has to look professional. So you don't really see much sketches or unfinished work or work in progress.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't see as much of someone's personality, and maybe as a result, a more younger audience or casual users or even a niche audience might not feel the need to seek you out because they just find you to be a little bit too unapproachable. That could be it. That's actually a really good point.
Really
and Thomas said, "Good to find Twitter is good to find lewds." I think they do actually allow porn on Twitter. I mean, so I've heard, apparently.
Maybe, I guess in that sense, Twitter and Tumblr are kind of similar.
Not Tumblr anymore. Not Tumblr anymore.
Oh, there's no more Tumblr? Oh, shit.
Nope.
I'm behind the times.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So let's just read a few more of the comments from the chat. Alexandro says, I only use Twitter for Japanese networking. And Hebron says, for me, the best is ArtStation. I got most of my freelance job from there. And Uribo says, I finally started to, but I find it a bit limiting. I'm guessing Uribo is referring to Twitter. And Drakt Vin says, sharing art on Twitter is good because people can easily like and retweet your works. That's true. And yeah, I think quite a few people have similar points of views as well. And Jen Loop also says, I'm addicted to Twitter. It's my favorite place to go, but I combine posting art with generally connecting with my tribal people. Don't know if it's great for just posting art. So yeah, I think if we had to just sum up a lot of these answers, it is depending on your needs and what you view your social media as. For someone like me, I prefer to use it more as a professional tool, but there are some people that see it as something beyond that. So I think it's really cool that you guys are offering a lot of different points of views. And yeah, lots of really good points. And I think I can see why people prefer some social medias over the other.
Definitely opens my mind to why Twitter is quite popular among artists.
Well, we all know why Ken is going to go back to Twitter after this, right?
Uh-huh. Wink, wink. Yeah, okay. So let's move on to the next question.